broadcasting live from an undisclosed location. This is the TCMMA podcast with your host, Chris Cross.
UFC 300.
Oh, he drops Gaethje with 1 second left. Max Holloway finishes Gaethje with 1 second left, bro. Boom! Woo! Boom! 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 Woo!
UFC 300.
Wow. What a night it was last night at UFC 300. And like many of you, I'm wiped. I'm wiped out this morning. Completely exhausted. Up till 2, 3 in the morning. Then had to watch the post-fight press conference with Dana White, and he had an interesting comment that stuck out to me. And that's that after the Max Holloway KO, Justin Gaethje, 24 minutes and 59 seconds into the fight, literally 1 second left on the clock. It's like a Hail Mary. Not really a Hail Mary because he already was winning the fight, but he put himself in jeopardy, and it paid off. And he walked away with $600K. It's just phenomenal. Let's relive it together. Here's how it sounded last night. We're wasting no time. And Max Holloway seems to be cruising to victory, though. He's got another minute to go. I mean, we're literally seeing it. Oh, my goodness. Let's go, Max. Let's go, Max. Keep it going now. Get out of there. And Max Holloway just pulling away, doubling up Gaethje, 148-70 in significant strikes. I mean, it's crazy. This is crazy. Unreal. Max lands another left-right combination. Gaethje really slowing down now, just basically just trying to get to the finish of this fight. That's all you can do is just get to the finish of this fight. But if you're Max, you stay out of trouble. Another spinning back kick. It's incredible. .45 seconds left. Oh, big right by Justin. It's like the KO power, even though you're watching him get dominated by Max Holloway, the KO power is always there. So it's like if you're Max, you just got to get across his finish line. Ooh, Max comes forward a flying knee. And every time you think Justin's just about to overpower Max, Max does something wild. Spinning back kick, flying knee. I mean, it's incredible. Final 13 seconds of this fight. What an incredible fight here. We're in the final. There's a tap. There's a tap. Oh, look at Max. He's saying they're standing right in the middle. He don't care. Look at this. He's standing. Oh, he drops Gaethje with 1 second left. Max Holloway finishes Gaethje with 1 second left, bro. This will go down as the most epic performance in UFC history. I'm telling you right now. Holy crap. Not only is this stunning because he's not expected to win, but he finishes Gaethje with 1 second and says, come forward. Like, he's winning the fight. All he's got to do is run away, okay? He's saying, come to the middle, come to the middle. Then whop, 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 boom. Gaethje goes right down. And I don't even know if the ref had time to stop it because it was at 1 second, but it was clearly like Gaethje's out. You got to give him the KO. Oh, my gosh. He's up 4-0, and he's taking that chance, and he's like in there. Dude, bro. Dude. We got a major problem in the lightweight division. Look at this replay. Bomb, 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 bomb. Woo! Look at this. Look at this. Boom! Woo! Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wow. Wow. Dude, we got endless conversations to have about the lightweight division. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. 3, 2. This is really slow motion. He hit him at 2 as it's going to 1. Gaethje's down and out at 1. And the clock never hits 0. Oh my gosh. And look at Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan almost left the commentating booth to go into the fans. I mean, it's crazy. Oh my gosh. Unreal. I can't believe I just saw that. The night could end right now. We've seen it. I mean, that's all. The night could end right now. That's incredible. Max Holloway finishes Justin Gaethje at the bell, lightweight division, UFC 300. And Dana White said he wanted to build Super Bowl-like situations, in so many words, in a UFC setting, and that's what it was like last night. Max Holloway gets the KO. People are going crazy. The adrenaline rush then fell off for the next 2 fights. It was like, all right, we can go home now. That's all we can take. And then we still had 2 fights left, including a big KO later on by Alex Pereira. We'll get into that in a moment. But you see it after the fight. You got the broadcasters outside T-Mobile Arena, and you got thousands of fans behind, literally like it's the Super Bowl. I mean, Dana White has created it, and this event, stacked to be the best fight card of all time, lived up to all the hype and more. And Max Holloway with that KO earned himself $300,000. He would have got $300K anyway for performance of the night or maybe fight of the night or something like that. But by saying, Gaethje, come on, step to the middle, he earned himself an extra $300K. He got a double bonus. Normally it's $50K. He would have got $100,000. Instead he got $600,000. He came out with an extra profit of $500,000 last night. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. But let's go back to the bottom and let's work our way up this card as we normally do and show you the record last night. But it began, and we're going to go from the bottom to the top. It began with Figueiredo and Cody Garbrandt setting this thing off. Check this out. Cody's got to escape, man. He's been on his back for this entire round. 90 seconds in arm triangle. He got out of that. But now Figgy's got him stretched out. Cody on his back nearly escaped a moment ago. Oh, here he goes again. Looking for another escape. He gives up his back. Oh, my goodness. All right, he's fighting it off for now. But the whole round's been this way. Oh, and he's got the rear locked in. And you see Cody's face. He's going to tap. He's going to tap now. Yeah, he does. Wow. Davison Figueiredo, a.k.a. Figgy, gets Cody Garbrandt to tap. Think about that. That's crazy. Figgy now 2-0 since moving to the bantamweight division. Wins over Rob Font and Cody Garbrandt. And this guy's 23-3-1 and no longer has to worry himself with trying to cut so much weight at 125. Instead, he's at 135. So that's a huge win over Cody. Kind of to be expected, but Cody really fought well here in the second round. It's just too much from Figgy at the end, but man, if you see this full second round, unbelievable. But Figgy gets the win here. UFC 300, bantamweight style. Yeah, so that was a great way to start the night, and it just got better from there. It just got better from there. Big win. And you think about it, Figueiredo versus Garbrandt to start the night. That's the first fight of 13. I mean, that was the first fight of 13. Then another good one, Holly Holm, who we had predicted to win. I had to see it to believe it. I had to see Kayla Harrison to believe it. And when she stepped in the octagon, how huge she was, if she could back that up, it would make my prediction look worthless. Here's how it turned out. And Harrison just building up control time now against the fence. Looking for the takedown. She takes the leg out. Goodness gracious. Kayla Harrison just dominated, making my prediction look worthless right now. And Holly Holm is in all sorts of trouble. She's on the ground. Oh, now she's giving up the back. You can't give up the back. You cannot give up the back. Oh, come on. Harrison pounding away. She's got the legs wrapped around, stretched out. Oh, this is not looking good as she taps quick. Holly Holm is finished. And I'm a believer now. I am a believer now. She's going to be 17-1 and got a win over Holly Holm, and she is much bigger than I thought. I mean, she is much bigger. When you look at her shoulders and her physique, standing next to Holly Holm, it's like, how are they the same weight? So Kayla Harrison is going to be a problem. 50-0 in significant strikes. Unbelievable. 50-0. Think about, talking about, I don't care what age Holly Holm is. That's a dominant performance by Kayla Harrison. And I'm a believer. I'm a believer. Women's bantamweight division, UFC 300. And it's clear now that Kayla Harrison could come into the UFC and potentially win a title. It's a lot like Michael Chandler. He came in and ran off a couple wins and then got to a title fight and couldn't get the job done, and has struggled since, losing 3 or 4. But Kayla Harrison's in that ballpark where she can come in and make a run for the title. I'm a believer now. I'm definitely a believer. Then you get to the prelim main event, Yuri versus Rakic, and this was one that had the most views on the predictions. People really wanted to see this, and this one did not let down. And Yuri throws him down. Let's go, Yuri, finish it now. Oh, he's got the right arm tied behind the back. Oh, here we go. Rakic just pounding away with the right. And boy, Herb Dean is right there, man. Herb Dean is close. Come on, Yuri. Come on, Yuri. Yes. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Stop it, Herb. Yes. Let's go. Let's go, Yuri. Just like walking around like he will not be denied. And he's going to move to 30-4. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. See the replay. Boom. He lands the big right. And from that point, I mean, Rakic was still fighting back, but it was just Yuri just poured it on after that. And Rakic looked really good, but Yuri looked determined. And when Yuri is determined, I don't know if anybody in the world can beat him. I'm just being real with you. And now it's the second fight since the injury, okay? So now he's back to the Yuri of old. And that's all we got to say about that one. UFC light heavyweight division, UFC 300. Yeah, so Yuri got the job done in a big way, and he's back in prime form. And now I think if he fights Pereira again at some point, he's got a better chance. Or if he fights Pereira, he has a chance. This division is so interesting now. With Rakic going down, you got Yuri Prochazka and Alex Pereira really at the top. Jamal Hill fades away a little bit. You know, he's going to need another 6 months before he's back to prime form. Rakic fades away a little bit. But this division is looking ridiculous right now. And we'll see how the UFC plays this going forward. And we'll get into those rankings in the future as they come out. But a lot of things to talk about. But let's continue marching forward, because you had the main event last night, Pereira versus Hill. And Pereira showed everybody what he's capable of. All right, so here we go. Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill. Main event. Light heavyweight title on the line. UFC 300. And this is it. This is what we've been waiting for. And not really waiting. There's been so many good fights tonight, but waiting in terms of the main event. And this epic situation that we've watched tonight with the crowd nearly sold out from beginning to end. Definitely at the end, but early on the night, the place was packed. And this thing is about to come to an end. Probably at a screeching halt. And look at Jamal Hill just trying to intimidate him, but you can't. Alex Pereira is serious with the stare down. Woo! These are two bad boys, I'm telling you. These are two bad boys. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Anyone who said this wasn't a good main event is crazy. This is straight striking. Neither guy really wants to go to the ground. This fight is underway. And hold your breath, ladies and gentlemen. Hold your breath. First strike landed by Jamal Hill is a leg kick. You got lefty versus righty. Jamal Hill standing southpaw. Alex Pereira standing right-handed. And, you always got the awkward style from Alex Pereira that throws off his opponents. And we'll see if Jamal Hill can find his way and navigate through these waters. And Jamal Hill still, I want to say, doesn't look like his old self physically. He's not far off, but it seems a little early here. Certainly still capable of winning. Could be a problem if it goes 4 or 5 rounds. Don't think that'll happen, though. Jamal Hill catches a left leg, and lands a right. Nice. Both these guys capable of getting a finish at any given time. Makes it highly interesting. And to me, Jamal Hill looks like he's got a little bit more weight around the stomach area. That wouldn't, it's not perfect, but definitely a little bit, another couple months away from being physically 100%. But if he can win the belt here, that buys him time, right, to keep working. But this is a tall order in Alex Pereira. When Alex Pereira is at his height physically. First 2 minutes gone. Kind of a slow pace here for two high-activity guys. 11-9, significant strikes. Pereira, very close. Just 1-0 in head strike, so that's because we got a lot of leg kicks. 7-6. Both guys trying to establish their distance. And eventually, both guys are going to open up, but Jamal Hill is going to open up probably quicker. Just got to be careful of getting caught. A lot of leg kicks here. A lot of leg kicks. Here we go. Come on, Jamal. You got to pick it up if you want to win this thing. And I'm predicting Pereira to win. I'm totally stuck in the middle on this one. Oh. A low leg kick, and Pereira shoves him back and says, no, get out of here. Oh, big left! Jamal Hill's in trouble. This is what I worried about for Jamal. And Pereira pounds away with the hammer fist, and it's over. And look at this. Herb Dean's got to push him back. Jamal Hill gets finished. And that's it. Jamal Hill says, why'd you stop it? But, no, I don't think he realizes what just happened. Pereira just rocked Jamal Hill and just kind of pounded away 5, 6, 8 times maybe. And Pereira's pumped up. And he's at his height right now. And now, like Pereira said, he's ready to go with 301. And if he gets a first-round finish, you never know. Could he fight Ankalaev at UFC 301? He could easily return in a month, whether they want him to do that or not. And he's getting a black belt. Wow. Unbelievable. And Alex Pereira with a dominant performance. Jamal Hill, had to take this fight, but probably came back too early, let's be real. And that's exactly what I figured would happen. You're going to see Jamal Hill at a different level in the next fight, just like you saw Yuri tonight. And Jamal Hill's not happy with this, but Pereira shoved off Herb Dean. And this is when Herb Dean comes in and says time. And Pereira says, nope. Put his arm out and shoved him back. And Herb said, okay. And right away, boom, lands a left within 2 seconds. And that's when Jamal Hill's in serious trouble. Look at this. Beam. And it only takes one. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he had him right on that left. Jamal Hill went down hard. And then he came in at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And it was basically over. 7 hammers to finish it. Alex Pereira is the definitive champ. Unbelievable. He's 10-2. He'll retain the belt here, light heavyweight division. That was quick at UFC 300. And when guys fight Alex Pereira, they leave the octagon and the fight itself stunned. Like Jamal Hill's getting up and he's like, why'd you stop it? Like, he don't even know what happened. When Pereira connects and he goes in for the finish, nobody is making it out of there. And the fact that Izzy KO Pereira is even crazier to think about. I mean, it's just, Pereira is an absolute beast of a fighter. And now he has aspirations to go up to the heavyweight division. And I say let him go for it, man. I wanted to see Hamza become the first 3-belt champ, but the reality is Pereira's right there, and you got to let him go for it in the heavyweight division if that's what he wants to do. Now, in terms of the picks last night, we thought before we went in we'd be around 8-5, 9-4. Finished 8-5, so we'll take it. Started out 3-0. Figueiredo, Bobby Green, Jessica Andrade. Then lost 3 in a row. Holly Holm, Yusuf, Jalen Turner. Then we get 3 in a row win. It's 3 in a row, 3 in a row, 3 in a row with Aljamain Sterling, Yuri, Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel was kind of obvious. That took a little longer than expected. Then we lose 2 in a row with Oliveira and Gaethje. Now we're back to 6-5. Look out, we're in trouble. Especially where we struggle with the main event this year. Zhang Weili gets the win, guarantees a winning night. It's either going to be 7-6 or 8-5, and then Pereira comes in and gets the KO as expected. And we're back to 6-7 in the main event, 8-5 last night, and 94-66 overall. The overall is not bad, right? The overall record, 94-66, is not bad. We just got to keep pumping out victories in the main event and get this thing like somewhere around 10-8 if we can win 4 of the next 5. But we're on a winning streak now, back to 2 in a row, and it's very exciting. I mean, very exciting. So that's where it stands. And then if you think that's it, the UFC makes some wild announcements last night, which caused us more preparation before the show began today. And first, the big announcement was in a lightweight division. And that's going to be Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier. And how are the rankings going to come out tomorrow? First in a lightweight division. Because Max Holloway won. Not expected. He beats number 2 contender. Arman Tsarukyan beat Oliveira, number 1 contender. Then you got Dustin Poirier, who was 3rd. So you got 3 guys that could be in any given order. And the UFC wastes no time. Because they're probably going to make Tsarukyan and Holloway fight if Holloway wants to stay at the lightweight division. So the UFC wastes no time and says, hey, Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier, that's going to go down in about a month and a half. And we were able to get the prediction off prior to the show. Check it out. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got it. In the lightweight division for the lightweight division title, you're seeing this right at UFC 302. Islam Makhachev, 25-1. That's just ridiculous. Takes on the Diamond, Dustin Poirier, who gets another shot at the title. He comes in at 30-8. So let's get into it. Islam Makhachev stands 5'10". Dustin Poirier, 5'9". Now, in terms of activity, that goes to Dustin Poirier, 5.5 significant strikes, a 2.5 for Islam Makhachev. But the big question in this fight will be the takedown ability of Islam and the weak takedown defense of Dustin Poirier, who's shown that even when he gets taken down, he can still get submissions. But he's got a 63% takedown defense, lands like 1 takedown every 3 rounds. Islam Makhachev, on the other hand, lands more than 1 takedown per round. He's got a 90% takedown defense. So that's going to be the big storyline in this one. Islam Makhachev is on a tremendous run. Hasn't lost in a long time. Coming off the win over Volkanovski in the rematch by KO. It didn't take long. In round 1, he ended up leading 24-4 in significant strikes. Now, how did the Diamond get here? He lost to Justin Gaethje, who fell to Max Holloway at UFC 300. So that's opened a door for Poirier to get the title shot because he came back and beat Benoit Saint-Denis, a fighter that a lot of people didn't think he would beat. But he ended up dominating him in that fight and getting the KO in the second round. He trailed 50-28 in significant strikes, but found a way to win. And see, that's the Diamond's MO, right? It may not look good, but he may get taken down 4 times, but he'll find a way to submit you. He always finds a way to win. But the tough part is Islam Makhachev is not going to make that easy. It's not going to be easy and highly unlikely that he's going to go in there and reverse position on Islam Makhachev to get the victory. So I say Islam Makhachev retains the belt. It's going to be a great fight, but eventually Makhachev takes him down and controls him on the ground. But DP will fight off submission after submission in this one. It will be a battle. Dustin will have some chances here, but Islam's just going to grind out a victory to retain the belt and move to 26-1. Lightweight division for the title at UFC 302. Yeah, so early prediction here. Islam Makhachev will retain the belt at UFC 302. Dustin Poirier is a worthy competitor, but he'll fall again, just short, just shy, unfortunately. But then, if you think that's it, Dana White teased us a little bit, made us wait, and finally announced, Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler. Welterweight division, 170. It's finally going to happen at UFC 303. Let's get into that prediction, early prediction, right now. In the welterweight division at UFC 303, you're seeing this right. The notorious Conor McGregor comes in at 22-6, takes on Michael Chandler. Finally, he comes in at 23-8, and this is going to be pretty much an even matchup. Both guys, high activity, 5 significant strikes per minute, or right about there. McGregor's not trying to land takedowns. He lands like 1 every 4 or 5 rounds. Chandler can land 2 takedowns over the course of 3 rounds, so look for him to get 3 or 4 takedowns in this fight. And that's what we got to keep an eye on. Can McGregor defend the takedowns? Now, Chandler also 71% takedown defense. So it's going to come down to whether McGregor can defend those takedowns. We haven't seen McGregor in the octagon since 2021 when he lost back-to-back fights by KO or TKO, however you want to look at it, to Dustin the Diamond Poirier, which now doesn't look that bad because the Diamond is doing his thing. In his last 4 fights, he lost to DP twice, Khabib, and beat Donald Cerrone. But guess what? Chandler's in the same boat. He's lost 3 of the last 4 to like Gaethje, Oliveira, Poirier, the best in the division. He only has a win over Tony Ferguson. So what has he done lately? So both of these guys, very similar situation. This is why the matchmakers are looking at this fight. You put this together, 2 guys in a similar situation. What does it do for McGregor? Not really anything. Doesn't do much for Chandler other than build up the resume, potentially get him back in the win column. But you're looking at an absolute battle here at UFC 303. And this is one that people have been waiting a long time since The Ultimate Fighter to see. We want to see McGregor get back to action. And if he gets a win here, big if, we want to see him back in action as soon as possible, not waiting 8-10 months like we had to do after the Cerrone fight. It was almost a year. This is a tough prediction, but I'm leaning towards Conor McGregor because of the X factor. You never know what's going to happen with this guy. He's very capable of going in there and getting a victory here. Chandler is tough. He's a worthy opponent with big-time KO power, and both guys got to be careful. McGregor's got to defend the takedowns. He will, in my opinion. I think it's going to go to a decision. He wins 3 out of 5 rounds, assuming it's a 5-rounder, right? It should be. He wins 48-47 by unanimous decision to move to 23-6 here. Welterweight division, UFC 303. And it's wild, man. It's just Dana White. It's like too much, man. Too many things at once. We can't take it all at the same time. And I was just teasing my fiance here during the break while you're listening to that prediction. I said the UFC did this for my birthday. 3 favorite fighters, Islam, Conor, and Hamza, all fighting in June. 302, Saudi Arabia 303. It's ridiculous. It's going to be a birthday month, not a birthday. I can't wait for it. I cannot wait, man. But what a night last night. We're finally through UFC 300. It lived up to the hype. Easily lived up to the hype. But for now, this is your boy Chris Cross. Hope you have a great day. We'll be back soon for sure. Have a great day and God bless. Peace.